it's Morgan and welcome to the Dove's Nest. In today's video, I have a homeschool haul. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. You haven't seen me here for about 3 years and a lot has changed and a lot has stayed the same. I'm still around. If you've been looking for me, you may have found me over on Instagram where I post literally every single day. I've had updates about what's going on and where we've been, and I do plan on making more videos in the future, kind of getting back in the swing of things now that I'm not, drowning in regular life. I have about 15 video ideas in the works, and so I'm hoping this summer, now that we have a little bit of free time, to get those videos filmed and uploaded for you. Things I'll be talking about are where we've been, what's going on, what are we doing in life, am I still cleaning my house, am I homeschooling my kids, what else am I doing around the home, because the things that I personally do around my home have changed quite a lot since the last time I made a video. But today's video is so exciting for me because it's a haul video. Now, I showed you in my thumbnail that it's not just any haul, it's a Good and the Beautiful haul. You guys, if you've been around for any length of time, you know that we have used the Good and the Beautiful for roughly 6 years. Since my oldest was about 2.5, 3 years old, we have used their curriculum. In fact, we have used the Good and the Beautiful curriculum for so long that the very first curriculum I ever downloaded from Jenny Phillips was before the Good and the Beautiful existed. If you didn't know, Jenny Phillips is the creator and CEO, president of the Good and the Beautiful, and she used to have a music career. She was a Christian singer, and the very first piece of curriculum that she ever offered, that she wrote, was like a little menu tab on her music career website. So you could go and you could hear her music and find out where to buy or purchase from the website, and then there was this little tab for like free homeschool download. And so that's how long that we have just been with this company and loved them. We are lifers. We are going into our 7th year if you count preschool, which we do. I preschooled my son for 3 years, so 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. TK, kindergarten, 1st grade, we just finished 2nd grade. How many years is that? I've lost count. 6, 7, 8, I'm not even sure. But we've used the Good and the Beautiful the whole time. I even created a little slideshow on Instagram to show my kids with their years and years worth of Good and the Beautiful curriculum. So I'm super excited today. Let me give a little backstory and then I'll finally get to it, because I get lots of comments that I just talk too much. I enjoy talking. For the last few years, the Good and the Beautiful has not only been a homeschool curriculum company, but a book publisher as well. They have not only published their own original works written by a myriad of different artists, but they have republished out-of-print books, or some books that are harder to find that they either want to integrate with different levels or courses in their curriculum, or just for all of the different reading levels. And so they've had this amazing library offering of good literature that teaches children good character traits, good character values, with high moral content, strong family values. There's no bickering siblings or dumb parents. It's the most beautiful thing ever. Well, their company is growing faster than they can keep up, and so they recently decided that they are no longer republishing those out-of-print books. And so they had a huge closeout sale, and for the last 3 weeks or so, I have been a crazy zombie trying to snag all the books. Previously, we had purchased every level that we have completed so far. So back in February, my oldest is going into level 3, and so I purchased all of the level 3 books. So we have all of their books up to and through level 3, and then they're shutting everything down. And so I panicked because now I had to buy levels 4 through 12, everything. And so I've been doing that the last couple of weeks. And I don't have a haul on all of those books. I can maybe do one if you'd like a Good and the Beautiful library collection video. Let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to link that for you, or to film that for you. Today I received my last box of books, plus something very special. They just released, my son is kind of right along with how they released their curriculum. They just last year redid the 2nd grade curriculum. It's the 3rd edition of 2nd grade curriculum, I think, that they released, and so we got it so he could start his level 2 year. And then this year, they just released a brand new level 3, and all of their pilot families have said it's the best curriculum course that this company has ever released. And so I am so excited to try it, but that's what came today. And you guys, can we give a shout out to the incredibly fast shipping? I ordered this whole box and everything in it at 7:15 a.m. on Tuesday. It's now just after 2 p.m. on Thursday. Just over 48 hours from Utah to Southern California, processed, packaged, shipped at my door, in my hands, being opened for you. So holy stromboli, I must be like one of the first ones getting the curriculum besides the pilot families and who've already tried it, and other influencers who I think were sent copies for review. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this and show you what I got, but I'm gonna cut everything open off camera because I can't stand the waiting or the noise. The way it's packaged, they have the library books on top. So we have Pablo of Flower Mountain. There it is, get rid of that glare. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in, okay. This is a level 7. Oh, you're gonna get a glare from my ring light no matter what I do. There we go. The next is another level 7. It's Evely and the Children's Carol. It says 2 books inside. That's exciting. This next book is not a republished book. It's an original publication, but I went ahead and bought it anyway because I think now I have all of the level 4 books. It's called Adventures of an Opossum. Okay, I have another level 7. This is the story of John J. Audubon. I think this goes with their birds unit for their science courses. I have another level 8 book. This is called Toward Morning. This is not an out of print book, but they republished it, and I love the way that they put the reading levels on the spine. Can you see that? Let's see if I'll get it. So all of their books have the reading levels on the spine. So whatever level your child is at as far as reading, I can just go pull all those books off my shelf and say, here's your book stock for the school year, do it to it. And I know that they're gonna be able to read those books, and I don't have to pre-read them because they've already been chosen for their high character, high moral values, strong family values. Anyway, this is A Little Princess. So I figured my daughter would really like this one as a read aloud. She's going into 1st grade. She's not ready to read it herself. This is a level 8. It's Galileo. This was the only book I don't have from level 2, and I'm not sure why I don't have it because I purchased level 2 years ago. But it was William and the Wind. I don't know if maybe they were sold out when I purchased it. Anyway, I wish we would have had this past school year because I would have done this as a read aloud. This is another level 7, The Mooring Tree, and it's about Jamestown. And I was struggling to find books about early America, like early colonial America time. So this one would have been so nice. We got by, we did a lot of great read alouds, but The Mooring Tree would have been really nice. Next, this one again is with it's a chemistry recommended book. It's a level 8, and it's Marie Curie. And so another biography. And this one is also an original publication, like The Adventures of an Opossum. It's an original, but it's the only one from the level, this one is level 5 that I didn't have. Jane Ann Henry, World War II Adventure. So I didn't have that one. So now, my Good and the Beautiful library is literally complete. There's 12 books that actually were either discontinued before their closeout sale, like in the last 2 years or so, they kind of just disappeared from the website. You guys, I'm such a freak. I used the Wayback Machine website to go and stock the Good and the Beautiful's library from 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and I went through their books that were available, I think in 2020, 2019. And that's how I figured out which ones I don't have, was I looked at what ones used to be on the site but are no longer on the site. So I think there's 12 or 13 that I don't have that I'm just gonna have to find used. I could purchase them not published by the Good and Beautiful, but like I said, if you'll look, I love their library books because all of the reading levels are just written beautifully on the spines. And plus their covers are all beautiful. It looks like a collection with the Good and the Beautiful tags on the front. My heart broke when Jenny Phillips released the video that they were no longer republishing books. However, they are going to still publish original books They have the first 4, they're going to be a level 3 series, like mystery series, and those are releasing later this year, I think in December. So super excited about that. Let me open this next package and I will show you what else we got. So as I already mentioned earlier in the video, we got the brand new Language Arts Level 3. This is the course book. Does it say which edition it is? It's gotta be like the 3rd, right? But it's beautiful. Look, they're starting to bind everything instead of the coil binding. They're starting to perfect bind everything that they do. I'm gonna do a little flip through at the end of the video and just kind of show you. But this is why we love The Good and the Beautiful for homeschooling. There's so many reasons that I love The Good and the Beautiful for homeschooling, but one of the primary reasons we love their language arts course, I don't know if you can see it down here, it covers a multitude of subjects in one course book. In one course book, we get phonics, reading, writing, grammar, punctuation, spelling, literature, geography, and art in one course book. This is just under $100. It's like $75 for the book, for the whole kit and caboodle for 3rd grade language arts. So compare that $75 with if I were purchasing a curriculum for each one of these subjects individually, you're spending upwards of $50 to $100 per curriculum. And it's all covered right here. Not only are lessons short and concise, but they are effective. Like my kids pick up stuff and I don't need to supplement extra curriculum. It's all just available right here. We love it. It's open and go. It's easy to read. I've used a few other curriculum for different subjects. I have a video coming all about those things later. But I love that in The Good and the Beautiful, the parent does what's in blue text and reads aloud what's in black text. Do in blue, read in black, right? And it just makes using this curriculum so easy, like so easy. You guys, I have a picture that I shared on Instagram. I'm gonna insert it right here. It got to the point where my 2nd grader figured out the do in blue, read in black system. And so he started teaching my kindergartner all of her math lessons because he loves math and wanted to help. And she asked one day, she's like, can you teach me? He said, sure. So my 2nd grader's teaching my kindergartner math in homeschool. He doesn't have teaching credentials, he's not an adult, and yet he's doing it. That's how easy this curriculum is to use. It looks just beautiful. I'm so excited. Okay, the next thing that I am absolutely thrilled that they're including, I'm thrilled that they're including this, is a spelling practice book. So when they released the newer editions of kindergarten and 1st and 2nd grade, they included a new app, a letter tiles app. And the idea is very similar to All About Spelling, where it makes it more of a tactile thing. Kids are building the words. They get to use an app, which is kind of fun. My daughter loves it. She recognizes in the book when it's time to whip out the Letter Tiles app. She knows, and she just immediately grabs my phone. My kids don't have screens. We're a screen-free family. But she'll grab my phone, and she knows it's Letter Tile spelling time. And so she loves that. My son did really well with his spelling in Language Arts Level 2. If you're in Level 1 and you're just thinking there's not enough meat to this spelling, it gets better. But I'm so excited to see this spelling practice book. It looks just amazing. I am so excited for this spelling book because I felt like I understood the spelling curriculum. Again, I have another video all about The Good and the Beautiful spelling and my thoughts so far before using this Level 3 spelling book. I was just hoping for a little bit more meat, and so I'm thrilled to see this. Okay, the next thing that I ordered was the Language Arts Level 3 answer guide. Is this necessary? No. Is it a nice to have? 100%, because at the end of my kids' lessons, I literally open up to the page and I can just go through, bum, 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 check your work, make these corrections. I always joke that my kids are homeschooled, but they're straight A students, and every assignment they do gets 100%. And that's because I'm sitting right there with them. I'm able to check their work. If they got something wrong, we're able to talk about what it should be. They make the corrections, I make sure they understand the concept, and we move on. And they're straight A students. Watch out, Harvard and Yale. The other part that I was so excited in the new editions of kindergarten, 1st grade, and 2nd grade that released last year, The Good and the Beautiful included a new phonics program. You'll remember when my son went through kindergarten a few years ago, they had the phonics flashcards. And they've now updated that program to the Reading Booster cards and the Reading Booster books. And we have loved, literally loved, every second of that new phonics program. It's been so effective. My kids find it challenging and yet fun because they really want to master the concepts that they're learning that day, and they get ample reinforcement in the reading that accompanies either the Reading Booster books, or in level 2, you had 2 shared readers with your students. And they really get to reinforce those phonics concepts in the books that came with the courses. So in levels kindergarten and first grade, you have the Reading Booster books, and then in level 2, you have the 2 shared readers where my son and I would take turns reading back and forth. But it was so clever how they designed those books because every single chapter focused on a phonics concept. And there was just alliteration of that concept. It was just genius how it was put together. So I didn't know if it was gonna be the same this year, but what they have done with the new level 3 program is they have come out with 4 read together books. And these are just the quality that we have come to love from the Good and the Beautiful library books. It has the beautiful covers, the level on the spine, and I'm just so excited to read them. So these are the new phonics books. And what these books do is at the beginning of every chapter from all 4 books, there's going to be a phonics concept taught, similar to the Reading Booster cards in kindergarten and first grade. And then the reading just follows that chapter. And again, it's shared reading in each of these books. And so really quick, let me go over these with you. You have The Kingdom of Kind. One of my friends on Instagram, again, you guys, if you are not following me on Instagram, I gram daily. I post in stories. If you think you cannot homeschool, I'm here to show you, literally show you that you can. Every single day on my Instagram stories, I take you along with us as we do school. And so one of my friends, when I very first saw the announcement that level 3 was releasing this summer, she said, I hope that they publish The Kingdom of Kind into a book. And she got her wish. I don't know anything about this story except that everyone I have talked to loved it. In the old level 3, it was just sort of included in the course book, and you read it with your child. And so now they have added to it. They've added characters, they've added story plot, and they have bound it beautifully. The covers are beautiful. There are like full page, full color illustrations. Here's one. It's beautiful. So we have The Kingdom of Kind, written by Jenny Phillips. We have Timothy of the 10th Floor, also written by Jenny Phillips. Heather and the Highland Pony, written by Maggie Felsh, and she's written quite a few other books in the Good and the Beautiful library. And we have The Journey of 5, written by Jenny Phillips. And for you other nerds like me, check out this cover and tell me that doesn't look like a Lord of the Rings tribute cover. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So that's everything that we got in this haul. If you have any questions, please let me know. As I mentioned, I do have tons of videos coming, updating you what we've been doing, talking about this past year and all the things. So stick around, subscribe if you haven't, hit that like button. It lets me know what kind of content you like to see, and it helps me get boosted in the algorithm. Anyway, it's so good to be back, and I will see you in my next video.